Welcome to another 10-minute episode of Everything Sports with Aman and Evan. I'm your host, Evan Garber, and today we're talking about the MLB winter meetings and the very eventful yet very uneventful things that happened throughout these past 4 days. We'll start off with what seems to be a trade that's going to happen, but we don't really know at this moment. Juan Soto being traded to the New York Yankees. As of this moment, I am recording. The GM of the Yankees, Brian Cashman, has left the winter meetings with no deal finalized at this moment. But for what we know of, the deal that is on the table right now is Juan Soto and Trent Grisham being traded to the Yankees for pitchers Michael King, Drew Thorpe, Johnny Brito, Randy Vasquez, and catcher Kyle Higashioka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but sorry if I am pronouncing that wrong. But if this does happen, this is an absolutely massive deal for the New York Yankees. Obviously, they added Verdugo yesterday, which we'll get to a little bit later. And they also have Aaron Judge as well in the outfield. So the outfield of Judge, Verdugo, and Juan Soto is absolutely insane. Of course, they already have so much power in that lineup. So to get a guy like Juan Soto to add even more power, to add a lefty power bat, which is exactly what the Yankees needed, they got the best power bat available other than Shohei Ohtani. It's absolutely massive for them. I do think they do need to add some pitching depth, though. However, if they do want to win the division, if they do want to come away with the World Series title potentially, right now that lineup is probably one of, if not the deadliest lineup in all of baseball, when healthy, of course. But they definitely need to upgrade the pitching staff. And Juan Soto, he's been absolutely amazing. 275 average, 410 on base, 519 slugging last season, 35 homers, 109 RBIs, and he played all 162. And like I mentioned, the health of that Yankees team is what really caused them. I wouldn't say caused them the season though, but definitely didn't help them at all last year. So to get a guy like Juan Soto who played all 162, to have a staple in the lineup who's going to be in there most games, if not all games, is absolutely crucial for the Yankees' success. Trent Grisham, he did not have a great season in the batter's box last year. 198 average, 315 on base, and 52 slugging, 13 homers, 50 RBIs. But he does play Gold Glove defense, which kind of is what you need if you're the New York Yankees, because the outfield of Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, and Alex Verdugo is not exactly the best defensively. So you have a guy like Trent Grisham that you can put in when you need a defensive guy out there is pretty crucial for them. Now for the return for the Padres, Michael King, he had 49 games in the majors. He had his 104.2 innings this season, 275 ERA plus ERA, 1.146 WHIP, and a 158 ERA plus. He's been pretty solid for them, I would say. Drew Thorpe, Yankees number 5 prospect. Last year in high A and double A, he had a 2.52 ERA, a .983 WHIP, and 11.8 Ks per 9. He is the guy, the main piece in this deal. He's been obviously pretty solid so far, but we'll have to see if he does pan out to be the guy that the Padres are hoping him to be. Johnny Brito, in the rookie season last year, he had 25 games, 90.1 innings, 4.28 ERA, 1.218 WHIP, and a 101 ERA plus. Obviously not the best statistics, but it is a little bit promising, I would say. 101 ERA plus is not that bad for a guy in his rookie season, and he's not supposed to be one of the top guys. So Johnny Brito could be a very solid piece going back to San Diego Padres. Randy Vasquez, Yankees number 13 prospect in the major leagues this past year. He had 11 games, 32.2 innings, 2.87 ERA, 1.274 WHIP, 152 ERA plus. He's probably one of the top guys in this deal. He showed some very good flashes over in New York this past season. So we'll see if they can continue to ride that in San Diego. And then Kyle Higashioka, the catcher, going in this deal. 236 average, 274 on base, 413 slugging, 10 homers and 34 RBIs. He's also a solid guy. I wouldn't say he's anything great. Pitching me backup catcher for the Padres, but I don't hate the the package that the Padres got back, I mean, it's clear that pitching is definitely something that they were aiming for. Of course, they're going to lose Blake Snell, it seems like. So to add some pitching depth to that team, some cheaper pitching depth to that team, that it's definitely important for them. I probably would have liked for them to get a little bit better, something a little bit better, because of Juan Soto. Because Juan Soto is so great. Because he is one of the best best young guys in all of baseball. Generational talent. It feels like. He's only 25 years old, I believe. So I would have liked to see them get a number 1, number 2, number 3 prospect, but I wouldn't say that the return is that bad because it's clear that pitching is a need for everyone this offseason, as we'll see in the Alex Verdugo trade as well, and also the Jared Kelenic trade. Pitching. Everyone needs pitching, it seems like. So I don't hate the package, but move on to the Alex Verdugo trade. Of course, he's going to the Yankees for pitchers Richard Fitz, Greg Weiser, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, and Nicholas Judas. Now Verdugo, he was pretty solid last year, 264 average, 324 on base, and 421 slugging, 13 homers, and 54 RBIs. I mean, he's just to add some more power to the lineup. And of course, 13 homers is not super powerful, but Alex Verdugo is a very solid bat for that Yankees team. And probably he's going to turn into a killer because that's what the Yankees do. This guy's probably going to turn into some power bat now that he's playing meaningful baseball for the New York Yankees. And of course, this trade is definitely shocking if you're the Boston Red Sox, because you can easily trade Alex Verdugo to another team that probably was a team that was willing to pay this price or willing to pay a similar price to what they got. But they decided to trade them to the division rivals, the New York Yankees. One of the few trades that they've ever made so far in history. Definitely a little bit of a head scratcher, but I don't hate the return they got. Richard Fitz in Double-A, 3.48 ERA, 1.148 WHIP, 1.140 WHIP, and 9.6 Ks per 9. Greg Weiser in 17 games in the majors, 20 innings, 4.05 ERA, 1.450 WHIP, and an ERA plus at 109. And then Nicholas Judas, he was an 8th round pick this past season. So he is the main guy in this trade, I feel like. I guess you could say Richard Fitz as well, but Nicholas Judas, he is the big question mark in this trade. We'll see if he is able to pan out for the Boston Red Sox, who, again, are in desperate need of pitching, just like every single team this offseason so far. Third trade that went down, Jared Kelenic, Michael Gonzalez, and Evan White going to Atlanta Braves for Jackson Kowar and Cole Phillips. Now, on paper, this looks like a head scratcher for sure. You give up Jared Kelenic, Michael Gonzalez, Evan White for basically nothing. I mean, not saying Jackson Kowar and Cole Phillips are nothing, but definitely not exactly what you'd want for Jared Kelenic, Michael Gonzalez, and Evan White in return. Jared Kelenic, of course, he's been pretty solid. 253 average, 327 on base, 419 slugging, 11 homers, 49 RBIs. Michael Gonzalez has been solid as well. 10 games, 50 innings, 5.22 ERA, 1.460 WHIP, and a 78 ERA plus. Evan White, managed his career has just been no fun for him. Has not played a game in the big since 2021. He's faced so many injuries. He's supposed to be one of the cornerstones of the Mariners rebuild, but now he hasn't. He's been struggling so much to find his way back to the majors. Kowar, he's been struggling as well. For the guy in return, for the Mariners. 23 games of the Royals, he had 28 innings, 6.43 ERA, and a 1.929 WHIP, 69 ERA plus. He used to be a top prospect, but now see if the Mariners can find a way to get him back to what he used to be. And Cole Phillips, second round draft pick in 2022. He underwent Tommy John this past season, so he has not pitched yet in the minors. We'll see how he pans out. But the other thing that we're going to talk about is Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it's really confusing what's going on over there with Shohei Ohtani. There are reports that he was going to make a decision at a bunch of meetings there. We've seen Dave Roberts of the Dodgers report that they did meet with him, which reportedly by Joe Passan, Shohei would put against the teams if that did happen, if the report did get out that he met with them. Supposedly he is going to make a decision by the end of the weekend. We'll see if that's true. The Cubs, reportedly they're out, but then also they're saying that they're not out. So I'm really confused what's going on over there with Shohei Ohtani. It seems like there are many teams still in the mix. I do believe he's probably down to his final few teams, and he's trying to make a decision by the end of the weekend. I'm pretty sure he has met with all the teams at the winter meetings, so it's just a matter of finding what he thinks is the right for him. He'll probably sit on that for the next few days after the winter meetings, and we'll see where he ends up. Hoping he's going to be a Giant, but really, as long as he's not a Dodger, I'm really okay with anything with any place that he goes. But with that, that is it for this episode. Please let me know what you guys think your team should do this offseason, and let me know your thoughts on all these trades and where you think Shohei will head this offseason.